It's the radio guy, Mike Prince. Welcome to the Football Friday edition of the Mike Prince Show here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Of course, our social media handle for Twitter is at the Mike Prince Show. The YouTube channel is Open Mic Broadcast Network. Our 24-hour dial-in message line, 713-570-6736. And without any further delay, we are going to jump right into today's episode. Mark your calendars for December 20th, 2020. The Prairie View Athletic Club extends an invitation for you to come out and learn more about the Prairie View Athletic Club and how it operates, proudly supporting PV Athletics since 1986. Be a part of something special. For more information, dial 936-857-5817. And of course, we'd like to acknowledge our sponsors that help support to keep the train moving here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. The Purple Drip Daiquiri and Grill, located in Prairie View, Texas. You can reach them by dialing 346-978-2875 for some of the best Caribbean food that your lips will ever approach. Attorney Lee Van Richardson, located at 1047 Austin Street in Hempstead, Texas. His phone number, 979-826-8008. Helping Hands Lawn Service, serving Waller County, Texas. You can reach them by dialing 281-917-8968. Diva Skin Conditioner. Diva Skin Conditioner is a formulation designed for those who are challenged by type 2 diabetes. You can reach out to them at 903-270-0026. The Prairie View Athletic Club, serving Prairie View Athletics since 1986. Don't forget, you can join them on December 20th with a virtual meeting on learning how you can become part of something extremely special. You can get in contact by dialing 936-857-5817. Temple of Refuge Ministries, located in Prairie View, Texas. You can join them on Sunday morning worship service by dialing 857-777-0000, 10 a.m. on Sunday mornings. Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union, 13 different locations to better serve you. Katy, Rosenberg, Brenham, Bryan, College Station, and the latest location in Waller, Texas, at 2038 Mills Road. You can call the toll-free number for a location nearest you by dialing 855-391-2149.
Serving the community through faith and athletics. The Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Big weekend ahead. Playoffs are going to the next level on the high school circuit. We'll now break and hear some of the local area high school competitions this weekend. Here are some of your local high school playoff results from Thursday night. Richardson Eagles fall short to the Martin Warriors by the score of 58-14. Oak Ridge War Eagles 30, Eisenhower Eagles 20. Tomball Memorial Wildcats outlast the Cypress Park Tigers by the score of 57-52. Friday night action will see the Travis Tigers taking on the Tompkins Falcons. Seven Lakes will be at Ridge Point. Katy Taylor will be at George Ranch. Marble Falls will be at Brenham. And Elkins will be at Katy. Be sure to stay tuned to the Open Mic Broadcast Network by way of Twitter at The Mike Prince Show for the latest in scores and updates on local high school playoffs. Those are your high school results. We'll take a quick break and we'll talk about the world of college football right here on Football Friday at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Hi, this is Mike Prince with the Open Mic Broadcast Network, extending an opportunity for you to become a listening partner with us today. At 17 cents a day, you can make a huge impact on our local and regional high school and college student athletic coverage. We provide local talk shows, live game coverage, and much, much more. But we need your support to continue to move forward. Visit our website today at obnradio.com.
Click on the PayPal button, which is safe and secure, and become a listening partner today. 17 cents a day comes out to $60 a year. Will you become part of the Open Mic Broadcast Network team? Visit that website at obnradio.com and become a listening partner today. Serving the community through faith and athletics, the voice of student athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network, Prairie View, Texas.
And welcome back to the Mike Prince Show Football Friday edition. Of course, football weekend, and traditionally this would be the final regular season football game for college, which would feature Army and Navy. And I have to admit, this is one of my favorite games to watch each and every year. I truly, truly enjoy it. It's just a nostalgia for me to watch these guys compete. This year, of course, it will not be played at a neutral site. It will be in the backyard of Army, since they are the host team this year. And of course, that game will be featured on CBS. And speaking of CBS, we know that CBS have been associated with the SEC for quite some time now. And that swan song is coming to an end. ESPN has announced that start 2024, they will now be the home of the SEC. CBS decided just before the pandemic really broke out that they were out of the bidding for the rights of broadcasting SEC football games. They still have a couple of years left on the contract. Still up in the air or not on if ESPN will try to buy out those final 2 years from CBS to just take over the full gamut. But CBS was paying the SEC $55 million a year for broadcasting rights, and ESPN has committed to over $300 million a year. A huge jump. In fact, it's going to be a $20 million increase on all institutions involved. Wow. Talk about the haves and the have-nots. So with all that news that was going on that SEC was no longer going to be a part of CBS, may one wonder, was the Army-Navy game going to be relocating anytime soon? But upon further review, you still have until at least 2028 for the Army-Navy game to be featured on CBS. So we'll see if CBS will just strictly stick to the NFL, or will they continue to try to hold on to the Army-Navy game. I like the productions that CBS does. Hopefully they'll get a chance to keep the Army-Navy game. Now, with CBS giving up the pursuit of the SEC, puts ESPN in the power seat when it comes to college football. They were already in the power seat of college football because of all of the other accusations that they have through the network. But the SEC, we know, is a machine of its own. And when you look at the money that is being laid out for the broadcasting rights, over $300 million per year for the next 10 years, I can't help but continue to scratch my head on the money being offered to the SWAC and the MEAC for broadcasting rights, and the grand purse being $1 million. I'm just saying. We got a lot to get under our belt, so let the train keep moving. We're going to now hear from Mr. Rob Butler with the Southland Report.
This is Rob Butler with your Southland Report. According to Matt Brown via Twitter, the WAC's official editions of Southern Utah, Sam Houston State, Lamar, Abilene Christian, and Stephen F. Austin will be finalized in the next 2 weeks. Now, there are some takeaways from this if you're a fan of one of these four schools. Number one, if the Power 5 breaks off from the NCAA, then there will likely be a merger, Group of 5 with some of the upper-tier FCS conferences. Being in the WAC, which has an FBS charter, puts us in a better position to be included in any new reconfiguration. Now, number 2, let's say FBS stays the same. There's still a strong possibility that this new WAC will become an FBS conference at some point. When? Who knows? It's still a mystery what the long-term plan is. Number 3, you only need 6 schools in the league to secure an automatic bid to the FCS playoffs as a conference champion, and this could potentially be an elite FCS conference with additional members. Number 4, Houston Baptist and Incarnate Word hastened the Southland Conference's death. They never upgraded their facilities. Number 5, in all likelihood, there will be an Eastern Division comprised of Texas schools: SFA, Sam, Abilene Christian, Lamar, and Tarleton State. I would hope that there would be one more. Maybe UT Rio Grande Valley will add football. From what I've heard, the 4 Texas schools from the Southland Conference won't join the WAC unless there's an 8th football-playing member added. As it stands now, there's 7. That's Abilene Christian, Lamar, Sam Houston State, SFA, Tarleton State, New Mexico State as an FBS independent, and Dixie State. Number 6, should the departures of SFA, Sam, Lamar, Abilene Christian, and Central Arkansas all go through, we're left with the Southland of McNeese, Northwestern State, New Orleans, Nicholls State, Southeastern Louisiana, Texas A&M Corpus Christi, Houston Baptist, and Incarnate Word. That's 8 members. Now, who do you add from there? West Texas A&M, Angelo State, and A&M Commerce appear to be viable potential members. And lastly, number 7, the average Southland budget today is $13.9 million. Now, minus SFA, Sam, Lamar, it's $11.8 million. The WAC average budget is $16.8 million. Now, with SFA, Sam, Lamar, and Southern Utah, those schools alone, the WAC average budget goes to $17.4 million. And that's Rob Butler, Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Thank you very much, Brother Butler. As we dig a little bit deeper into this Southland-controlled chaos, reports are indicating that Stephen F. Austin, Sam Houston, Lamar, and Abilene Christian are more than ready to advance to the WAC because of some of their Texas counterparts' lack of commitment toward athletics. And that would be Incarnate Word and Houston Baptist, to be more precise. You may have heard Brother Butler talk about the average amount being spent towards athletic departments, and of course Incarnate Word and HBU deciding that the stakes were a bit too high for their blood. So as a result, go west, young man, go west, seems to be the battle cry of Stephen F. Austin, Sam Houston, Abilene Christian, and Lamar. What will this do for those who remained in the Southland? It's going to be some mad scrambling going on. We'll definitely keep an eye out on that. And of course, the big news of the week, the Big Ten got together and allowed Ohio State to qualify for the Big Ten championship against Northwestern. So the stage is set for the Big Ten. Big Ten championship game will feature Northwestern, Ohio State. The Big 12 championship game will feature Iowa State and Oklahoma. The ACC championship game will feature Clemson and Notre Dame. Waiting to see who will be in line for the SEC and the Pac-12. But you get the strange feeling that the Pac-12, although a part of the Power 5, are kind of treated like Power 4.5. They're not necessarily considered in the mix of things when you look at the overall scope as far as the playoff picture is concerned. Some would argue that USC should be at least part of the conversation. They're undefeated, just as Ohio State, but they're not getting the love that one would expect from your typical Power 5 programs. I guess the Pac-12 is feeling more like a little Rodney Dangerfield. No respect. As Birdman would say, put some respect on my name. Reports are showing that close to 7,000 student athletes have been exposed to the COVID virus since testing has begun. And the numbers are going to continue to climb, which has one wonder, will there be spring football? We know there's a lot of rift going on in the world of college basketball. Coach K from Duke made the comments that he does not think that basketball should be played at all. Then, of course, Coach Oates from Alabama responds that if Coach K was 3-1 or 4-0 and hadn't lost 2 non-conference games at home, he would not be singing that tune. What do you think? I do know that when we have discussed the overall situation with Coach Byron Smith, way before this was even mentioned, Coach Smith of Prairie View A&M University had some of the same concerns as far as the mental concerns for student athletes and abroad. It is a lot of wear and tear mentally as well as physically, or not on just the student athletes, but the coaching staff, families, parents, and all parties involved. It's one of those situations to where you're doomed if you do, and you're doomed if you don't. So what is a person to do? I know that I have run to the point to where I must exit stage left, and I am going to make my way down the road. I want to thank you guys so much for joining in with us. Don't forget to visit our TuneIn radio stream at Open Mic Broadcast Network. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Open Mic Broadcast Network. Follow me on Twitter at The Mike Prince Show. And don't forget to make a donation by way of going to the Open Mic Broadcast Network site at obnradio.com. I've got to go. My time is far spent. But until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.